3G shutdown disrupts rural businesses in Finland, impacting farm operations and safety. South Ostrobothnia welcomes 24 Vietnamese nurses and their families amid staff shortages. Lack of oversight hinders accurate count of foreign berry pickers in Finland. AI revolutionizes cancer detection in Finland's largest laboratory. The shutdown of 3G networks has significantly impacted rural businesses in Finland, worsening mobile connectivity issues and affecting worker safety and supply security. Farms, including dairy farms, rely on these networks to operate machinery such as milking machines and feeding systems. In some areas like Nurmes, these problems began last summer. Jari Kahanen, a farmer from Pohjois-Savo, reported frequent call interruptions, especially when working in fields or using machinery. To cope, some farmers have had to purchase multiple mobile subscriptions. Though this is not an economical solution, farmers' associations have urged network providers to improve connectivity quality to meet the minimum legal requirements. However, network providers claim that the 3G shutdown does not reduce service quality unless devices only support 2G or 3G. The South Ostrobothnia welfare region in Finland has recruited 24 Vietnamese nurses to address a severe shortage of nursing staff. One of them is Vati Anh Term, who, along with her family, settled in Lapua 2 weeks ago. Moving to Finland was a major turning point for her family, driven by the desire to provide their children with a good education and enjoy life in the world's happiest country. Surprisingly, not only did the nurses come, but nearly all of them brought their families, adding nearly 100 new residents to the welfare area. This posed some initial challenges, but with support from various parties, everyone has settled in. The Vietnamese nurses, with their thorough training and high motivation, are expected to become long-term employees. The welfare region believes that having families accompany them will increase their commitment to their new work and life. Finnish authorities currently do not have an accurate count of the number of foreign workers harvesting berries in the forests. This is due to a new law that does not require companies to notify authorities of the locations of harvesting camps, making oversight more challenging. Markku Rautio, the head of labor protection at the Regional State Administrative Agency of Eastern Finland, stated that the new law was created without an effective enforcement mechanism, making it difficult to implement. This year, some harvesting camps have been inspected, revealing numerous violations related to working hours records and worker instructions. Although the berry harvesting law was enacted 3 years ago to prevent labor exploitation, no criminal charges have been filed under this law. Rautio expressed concern about the law's effectiveness, noting that the lack of enforceable sanctions renders it ineffective. In Finland, artificial intelligence, AI, is being used to detect cancer, speeding up and improving the accuracy of pathology sample analysis. FimLab, the country's largest laboratory, has begun using AI to examine pathological tissue samples. AI can achieve accuracy comparable to or even higher than top pathologists, and it never tires or makes mistakes. This project is not intended to replace medical professionals, but to assist them in the context of staff shortages. By the end of 2024, AI will be used in routine cancer diagnostics, reducing the workload and healthcare costs. On August 23, Kainuun Rajavartiosto arrested a man in the Kuhmo area suspected of illegally crossing the border from Russia into Finland. The man crossed the border by walking through a forested area near the border. According to Kainuun Rajavartiosto, the man is seeking asylum in Finland. Authorities have initiated a preliminary investigation into the incident. Detailed information about the man has not been released, while Kainuun authorities are coordinating with border representatives from the Kalevala district of Russia to clarify the situation. A precious local historical archive is at risk of disappearing due to old storage formats like cassette tapes and film reels gradually deteriorating. In Kankaanpää, Erkki Autio has recorded thousands of hours of video documenting local life over decades. However, many cassette tapes have begun to degrade, threatening to destroy these important historical records. The urgency to digitize these materials has never been greater. Although some organizations and local governments have provided support, resources for this work remain limited. Experts recommend that a solution must be found quickly to preserve this archive before it is too late. Bika Lohila, a parking inspector in Helsinki, shared shocking experiences of being attacked while on duty. Recently, while on duty in the Ostrobothnia area, a taxi driver intentionally drove at Lohila and a colleague as they stood on a pedestrian walkway. Lohila reported that this area frequently experiences parking violations, and some drivers respond violently when confronted. Just a month ago, Lohila was punched in the face, and his car was vandalized. He fears that these incidents will not be thoroughly investigated by the police, increasing feelings of insecurity. Sari Huhtanen, the head of the parking inspection team, also expressed concern about the violence and affirmed that no one should have to work in fear. The city is currently seeking solutions to address the issues in the Ostrobothnia area to ensure employee safety. Thousands of critically endangered freshwater pearl mussels in the Hukkajoki River, Finland, have been saved after their habitat was destroyed by forestry machinery. Over 4,000 mussels were relocated to a safe area. The incident was discovered last week, and police are investigating possible serious environmental protection violations. Experts from the Finnish Forestry Agency worked to save the remaining mussels by moving them upstream to unaffected areas. However, whether they can survive remains an open question. The rescue work is expected to continue through the autumn, with only licensed specialists allowed to participate. In Finland, all mammals, birds, reptiles, and amphibians are protected by law unless otherwise specified. Each protected species has an estimated monetary value, which serves as the basis for calculating compensation in case of violations. For example, a freshwater pearl mussel, Jokihelmissimpuka, has a legal value of €589. If violations involve thousands of mussels, compensation could amount to millions of euros. Finland's Ministry of the Environment plans to increase these values next year, as monetary values have changed significantly since 2002. Reports of aggressive dog behavior at Kennelliitto events in Finland reached a record high of 173 cases last year. The main reasons are a lack of proper dog socialization, poor owner control, and increased awareness of reporting incidents. Large events where hundreds of dogs gather can be stressful environments for dogs unaccustomed to social settings. The number of repeat violations has also increased, leading to bans ranging from 3 months to a lifetime. Kennelliitto President Esa Kukkonen emphasized that owners must take greater responsibility for maintaining order and safety for both dogs and participants. PMMP's first stadium concert on Friday night turned into a special event as tens of thousands of fans sang along throughout the performance under the rain at Helsinki's Olympic Stadium. Paula Vesala and Mira Luoti, the two members of PMMP, energized the stage and strongly connected with the audience, despite controversies surrounding the group's participation in summer festivals. The audience was unfazed by the noise, instead fully enjoying every moment of the concert. The atmosphere was lively and warm, making the persistent rain unable to dampen the joy. The concert ended with a dazzling display of fireworks, leaving an unforgettable impression on everyone who attended.